Hey, welcome back to Gavin Chanson's farm. And we're out in the bee yard. We're gonna check on this swarm that we caught, or that me and the girls went and picked up at the fire station. So, let's see if I can get you set down. And they look like they're still in there. That's good news. Check the lid to make sure she wasn't on it. Okay. We'll see if her body is a little bigger than what it was when we picked her up. When bees go into a swarm, the queen's abdomen gets a little smaller than what she normally has due to being able to fly. If she has that big abdomen, she can't fly, so they tend to put her on a diet to allow her to swarm. So we'll see if we can find anything in here. I did mark her with a white dot if she still has it on her. Sometimes the paint markers tend to not stick very well due to sometimes the bees can clean it off of the queen. And let's see if that one's nothing but honey frame.
There she is right there.
So right there she is with the white dot.
Okay, so she's still in here.
She's still small. So that more or less tells us that she still hasn't, in my opinion, she may have not have released any of her semen from the boy's side and not ready to lay eggs. So that powder stuff that he just knocked off is the probiotic that I gave him. So you can put those more in the center.
Checkerboard.
Okay.
That way they can group together a little bit. They are building wax though.
Which, if you're new to bees, the best ones to give fresh frames that don't have any wax buildup is a swarm. They're already in that mode from leaving from their hive that was fully established to not going to have anything unless they, happen to find an empty hive that was already established. But they'd end up having to build the wax anyway. So I gave them plenty of honey frames that way, because they need the honey in order to get the wax building. So sometimes it doesn't work very well, depending on the temperature. In the warm time, that propolis gets real sticky, and in the winter time it gets real hard. And
She's not laying yet, but we'll keep an eye on her. She's still in here.
I think normally it takes them a couple days, maybe a little longer, to start laying again. So I got a visitor in my hand. Okay. Get up there and get pinched. Let's see if I put you back in there. There you go. Alright, so I will just mark on the top of this hive that we checked it. She was still in there, and that one, as far as inspection, is done. And then, you have anything to say?
So basically, we're just gonna keep them in here and keep an eye on them. It'll take her a little while for them to build wax and give her an opening. Basically what they were doing, they were taking the food frames in there and they were cleaning some of that out, and that will give her a spot to start laying. Right now she's just climbing around on a food frame, so she wasn't doing any laying yet. And then also it'll take her a while to get her system ready to start laying again. So
Yeah, that abdomen will get a lot larger than what
right,
it was.
but they were still nice and calm in there, and they weren't trying to go anywhere. We've reduced their entrance
I'll come around and show you that.
versus
So I
the
put
hive that's active.
I put a brick, but there's also tape.
Yeah.
But the brick is just to make it a little bit smaller.
Yep.
That way they can protect it from other bees.
So, but basically we're just going to be keeping an eye on it, making sure it stays here. As they progress and she starts laying again, we'll wait until they have 80% of the frames filled out, and then we'll add another box on it, and we'll continue that. And if you notice, the feeder is in this box. When we add the second box, we'll move the feeder up as well. So we'll actually put 2 frames down in that box in place of that feeder. So we try to run 10 frames in the bottom box and 8 frames in the top box. And then our honey supers, when we go to those, we do a 9-frame spacer in it. That way we can fill that box out. So
With those nice wide combs.
Yep.
And then it makes it easier when you go to
extract it.
cut the top wax layer off to put it in the extractor. When they're wide like that, then you can just take that knife right along the edge of that wooden frame and just glide right down real easy.
Yep.
Otherwise, if it's not quite as far out, then you're kind of taking that fork and scraping over to kind of open the holes, so it'll allow the honey to come out in the extractor when it's spinning. So
Cows are checking us out.
yeah, we got the cows back here. This is, I think, the second or third time back here. We parked the truck over there because it's a little lower, and with Malie being as small as she is, she may tempt to go underneath that. I mean, we got the wire hot, so if she touches it just right, she would end up getting shocked. But other than that, they pretty much got their faces down eating that grass. As you can see, we need to get the mower back here or extend the cows into this area to eat some of this grass on the other side of the fence. But
Give me something to do with the new sickle bar mower.
oh yeah, we went and picked up, was that
Finally
a
got the
couple months
blades.
ago,
Yeah.
and we finally got the blades, and all we gotta do is put those on there, and he'll have like a walk behind sickle bar mower that he can use in some of the, like,
Tighter areas.
down that area if we didn't want to bring the lawnmower back, or back in this area, and then we could just put it in buckets and then feed it to the cows.
Yeah.
So other than that, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you have any questions about raising bees, leave those down in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a nice day.